Good morning, students. I welcome you all. I hope you all are fine and safe along with your family members. Today I'll continue the chapter Deep Water. In previous tutorial we read that William Douglas was scared of water, but when he was 10 or 11 years old he decided to learn swimming. When he was alone one day, a boy threw him into the pool. William Douglas tried hard. He did all efforts to come out of that pool, but he was not able to come out of that pool. What happened next, that we will read now. So let's begin.
And then, strangely, there was light. I was coming out of the awful yellow water. At least my eyes were. My nose was almost out too. Now he says that then he realized that his nose and his eyes were out of the water, that yellow water. Already I have discussed that he has used this yellow water for that dirty water. Then I started down a third time. I sucked for air and got water. The yellowish light was going out. Now again, it was third time when again he went down and he wanted air to breathe. He wanted air, but he got water. Instead of air, he got water, and that yellowish light was going out. Then all efforts ceased. Ceased means stopped. I relaxed. Even my legs felt limp. Limp means no strength, without strength, and a blackness swept over my brain. Now this line shows that till here, in previous tutorial, in previous paragraphs we read that he tried his hard, but now his brain was not working, and even his legs were, he felt that his legs had no strength. So ceased, he stopped all his efforts. It wiped out fear, it wiped out terror, and now there was no fear, no terror. There was no more panic. It was quiet and peaceful. Now this line shows that now he gave up his efforts. He gave up, he stopped, and he was feeling quiet and peaceful. Nothing to be afraid of. This is nice, to be drowsy, to go to sleep, to need to jump, too tired to jump. It's nice to be carried gently, to float along in space. Tender arms around me, tender arms like mothers. Now I must go to sleep. So this sleep word is used for death. This is used for death. And drowsy means also sleepy. So now he says, earlier when his mind was working, he was trying hard, but now because he felt that his mind was black now. His brain was black now, and whatever efforts he was doing, nothing was happening. So now he was tired, his body was tired, his mind was tired. Now here in this paragraph he tells us that now he was feeling like he wanted to sleep, a good sleep. So that word sleep is used for death, because now he felt that he was going to die. The next, I remember I was lying on my stomach beside the pool, vomiting. The chap that threw me in was saying, "But I was only fooling." Someone said, "The kid nearly died. Be all right now. Let's carry him to the locker room." So now here he says that he remembered that he was lying on his stomach beside the pool, near the pool, and he was vomiting. He remembered that he was vomiting, and that chap means that boy, who threw him in the pool, he was saying, "I was just fooling." So William Douglas heard that boy was telling to somebody that I was just fooling, making fun. And then somebody other said, "The kid nearly died. Be all right now. Let's carry him to the locker room." Locker room means a room where changing clothes, when it is swimming pool, so there are locker rooms, and that person said that let's carry William to locker room. Several hours later, I walked home. I was weak and trembling. I shook and cried when I lay on my bed. I couldn't eat that night. For days, a haunting fear was in my heart. The slightest exertion upset me, making me wobbly in the knees and sick to my stomach. Now he says that after a few hours he went to his home, but he was feeling what? He was feeling very weak and trembling. And I shook and cried when I lay, and when he went to his bed, he cried. He had no dinner that night. For days, a haunting fear, because still that fear was in his heart, and he felt that he was not stable. Wobbly means unstable, unsteady. So he felt that his brain and body, he was feeling that it was not stable in the knees and sick to my, and he felt that his stomach was also not fine. It was sick, stomach was sick, and even his knees. So this feeling he had when he was on his bed that night. Now, I never went back to the pool. Now he says he never went back to the pool. I feared water. I avoided it whenever I could. So here we can see that two incidents happened in William Douglas' life. One, when he was only 4-5 years old, that happened when he was with his father. And again this incident when he was alone. So because of this, he was scared of water. A few years later, when I came to know the water of the cascades, I wanted to get into them. And whenever I did, whether I was wading the titan of bumping river or bathing in warm lake of the God rocks. See students, here you can see W is capital, lake, L is capital, G is capital, R. So it means these are names. So he can say that warm lake is also a name, and goat rocks is also a name. The terror that had seized me in the pool would come back. It would take possession of me completely. My legs would become paralyzed. Icy horror would grab my heart. Now he says that after a few years also, whenever he went to the places which he have mentioned in this paragraph, places near water, whether it was bumping river, whether it was warm lake of the goat rocks. So whenever he went such places near water, his old fear of water would come back, and he says that it would have possession on me, means again he felt the same fear because he remembered those two incidents, and he would feel that his legs would become paralyzed and his heart grab means caught. So his heart, that icy horror means very cold horror, again grabbed his heart. This handicap stayed with me as the years rolled by. In canoes on main lakes, fishing for landlocked salmon, bass fishing in New Hampshire, trout fishing on the Deschutes and Metolius in Oregon, fishing for salmon on the Columbia, at Bumping Lake in the Cascades. Wherever I went, the haunting fear of the water followed me. It ruined my fishing trips, deprived me of the joy of canoeing, boating and swimming. So these places, many places he has mentioned in this paragraph, that whenever he went there, whenever he visited those places, he could not enjoy, though he wanted to do boating and swimming, but that fear of water followed him, and because of that he could not get enjoyment of boating, canoeing and swimming. Deprived means disposed, means he could not do all these things. And what was the reason? Fear of water.
So that's all for today, students, and now it's time for homework. So today's homework is that you have to read the chapter properly and prepare your doubts for doubt class. With this, I wish you good health, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.